like to know what it's like living with bipolar disorder, stay tuned and let's get into it. So, before I start this video, I'd like to encourage you to read my disclaimers on the community page as well as a link in my about. I am not a professional in any way, I'm just sharing my thoughts and experiences with living with bipolar disorder. So, let's get into it. When typing bipolar disorder into Google, the first thing that comes up is that bipolar disorder was once known as manic depression. So basically, my take on that is, or what it can be described as, is you get episodes of mania and episodes of depression. So the mania is your mood is really high, you take risks, you don't need to sleep as much, your mind works faster as more than it usually does, and the depression is it's severe depression. It's you can't get out of bed, you can't do your normal daily tasks like you used to, um, tired all the time, things like that. And living with a mental illness is challenging. It can be isolating, especially when people don't understand it. And that is what I'd like to do. I'd like to educate people on mental illness and what it's like living with it. Um, it's not easy, and talking about it shouldn't be seen as taboo. Talking about it should be seen as talking about anything else, any other topic that comes to mind. In the past, when I used to bring up mental illness with colleagues or friends, they shy away from the topic, and it's quite sad because it's hard when no one really understands you, if you get what I'm saying. So for me, some of the things that I suffer with on a daily basis or over periods of time is major mood swings. So I can be really happy now and then really sad 5 minutes later. And it's difficult to explain that to someone, and from the outside people might not understand it. They might not understand how your mood can shift so easily, but it's not something that I can explain. It's just something that it just is that way. Um, I have periods of very low mood where I can't do daily things like taking a shower can be really hard for me, or doing the dishes or folding laundry. That can be really hard for me. And then I get periods where I'm very energetic and I move fast and I talk fast and I can spring clean the whole house in a day. So it's just a range of these things, and it's difficult to deal with. So something that I struggle with a lot is needing a ton of sleep. I can sleep 10, 12 hours and still feel like it's not enough. I really struggle with getting up in the morning. My alarm is set from like 5 o'clock, and I'm sometimes only get up at 9. I just can't bring myself to get out of bed because I feel so exhausted, even though I've had a ton of hours of sleep. Something that is really difficult that I deal with on a daily basis is racing thoughts, intrusive thoughts. I spoke about it before in one of my previous videos, and it's difficult. You to ground yourself in that moment is really really hard, but it can be done. But it's really hard to get yourself to do that. Um, it's not something that you can really control. It's just something that happens, and it's not easy. There are times when I have absolutely no interest in anything. I don't want to go out. I don't want to watch a movie. I don't even want to be on TikTok, and I love being on TikTok. Um, there's just nothing that interests me, nothing at all. Another thing that people with bipolar disorder can suffer with is weight issues, and that is something that I also suffer with. Um, Being overweight, it's tough, it's isolating. You don't that could be part of the reason why I don't engage in as much activities as I'd like to, because I don't want people to see how I look. Even though they know how I look, it's like I don't want them to see how I look because I just don't feel confident and I don't feel happy with myself. Another thing that you can struggle with bipolar disorder is feelings of worthlessness, feeling that you are not good enough for the next person. Um, I struggle with that a lot. Even if my husband tells me how much he loves me, my family can tell me how much they love me. I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's difficult. You just feel worthless and like you shouldn't be loved in any way. These are some of the things that I struggle with. I can't speak on behalf of everyone living with bipolar disorder, but these are some of the things that are the main things that I struggle with. And it's not easy. It's not easy living with this, and I wish more people would be open to talking about it, because bringing it up in a conversation, people tend to shy away from it and not want to talk about it. And it's difficult. You feel isolated, like no one understands you. So that is why I would like to create this safe space, a safe community where we can be there for each other and talk about things that maybe other people don't want to talk about. And if you'd like someone to talk to, I'm not a professional, but maybe just someone to talk to, just someone to relate to, pop me an email. It's in the link in my about. And just so that you don't feel alone. Uh, Feeling lonely is it's tough. I know it's tough. Feeling like no one understands you is tough. And I don't want you to feel that way. So reach out to anyone that you can. If you'd like to reach out to me, I am more than willing to listen. I might not know what to say, but I'm here to listen. And finding out the cause or what was wrong with me really helped a lot. It made me feel understood. And if you are struggling with maybe any of the things that I mentioned, I'd encourage you to speak to your GP and start from there, because it's not easy. And I don't want you, the sooner you can get it, the sooner you can start on a journey of getting better, the better it is for you. So I'd like you, I'd like to encourage you to do that. Today's video is just to raise some awareness on bipolar disorder and what it's like for me living with it. It can be different for everyone, like I said. And if you'd like to know any more questions, if you'd like me to go into more depth, pop a comment below and I'd be more than willing to reply to you. If you have suggestions on anything that you'd like me to talk about, pop a comment below. And I hope that you know that you are loved and you are worth it. And talking helps. Talking definitely helps. So talk to someone. So until next time, my lovely souls, remember that you are loved.